Airplane mode on.
Oh, he's going full fucking concentration mode. I'm getting the full.
So baked right now.
I'm getting the full Kody effect today.
Yeah,
Sick.
mate. I wanted to be cognitively is that cognitively dissonant?
Yeah, I think that's how I'm the exact same. I like hear all this shit and I'm like, oh, it's so cool. But if I ever had to like relay it, I'd have no chance.
These are sick. You make these?
Nikita made them. She made them like when we first started, so they've started to peel.
Crafty fuckers, aren't you?
Nikita is, yeah. I'm fucking useless.
Aren't you a cabinet maker?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, not anymore, eh?
Well, I still am, but
Under your own umbrella.
just run my own business, my own super successful business.
Okay,
Fucking crushing it.
I guess off the timeline of the last podcast that we did,
I don't even remember the last podcast.
you introduced me in the last 2 seconds of the podcast.
Did I?
Yeah, we didn't do an intro.
Oh fuck! So what you thinking? We introduced you this time?
I would like that.
Yeah.
If
Is
that's
it?
right.
Well, what are you going by? Is it Kody Maverick?
Kody Maverick.
Yeah.
I'm not using my government name anymore.
No, that's sweet. Because
Yeah.
I was on a show with you probably like a week or two ago, and they introduced you as Kody Maverick,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh,
It feels good.
it does, eh?
It feels good. It's probably one of the main nicknames, the rare case of someone calling themselves something
Yeah,
and it's sticking.
true. Oh, so you came up with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I love Surf's Up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You
Shia
told me.
LaBeouf plays Kody Maverick.
Fuck yeah.
Lives in Shiverpool.
Yeah,
He's having like this existential crisis.
Yeah.
Like the whole movie,
it's you.
it's me. Like granted, I was high on acid when I last watched it,
yeah.
right? So yeah, and then I just took up Kody Maverick.
Yeah, that little clip always pops up on like my TikTok and shit, where it's like, fuck, what is it? And it's like his mum being worried about him, and he's like, Kody this, Kody that,
Cody's this, Cody's that, Cody's me,
yeah.
bro.
I'm like, that's sick. Let me be me.
Yeah. I want to get a tattoo of Kody Maverick, the penguin.
Yeah,
Like surfing a wave or something. Like
that's sick.
proper animation, maybe on my leg or something.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be fun.
Well, there we go. We got Kody Maverick in tonight. I'm pretty. I'm somewhat going through a similar thing at the moment because like I've noticed on the nights where the MCs introduce me as Jimmy Missin, I'm like, it just feels like better for some reason to me, and I like.
Is it weird if I wear sunglasses?
No, go nuts.
Great.
I like feel like I crush a little bit harder just from that intro. So,
Jimmy missing?
Yeah. So now when the MCs hit me up, they're like, "Is it James or Jimmy?" And I'm like, "Let's go."
James
with Jimmy.
too serious.
It is, Yeah.
Jimmy's like, his name's probably James,
He's at
but
the party. Yeah.
he's fucking loves a nickname.
100%.
That's cool.
Fuck yeah. So you stopped on by on your way back from the sunny coast.
Yeah, bro, man. It hasn't been until maybe last night I just sort of got to take a deep breath, and I was like, so much has happened this week.
Yeah.
Just alone, but since our last podcast, man, it's been really hectic. But yeah, last night I debuted my first ever fight announcing gig.
That's fucking sick.
Incredible, bro.
Yeah.
It was one of those star aligning moments.
Yeah, for sure. If like I said to you in a message, I'm like, if there's anyone for that job, it's fucking you, like 100%.
Yeah.
Like
Joe Bogan. Yeah.
Pretty much. How'd that all come about?
Emerson.
Yeah.
Emerson Power.
I've only met him once.
Yeah.
And it was literally the day after you told me about him, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I met him
aligning.
at Tim Dillon with Mark the Shark. I think he just goes by Mark Corniers now. But I met Emerson, and we just I've never seen him do comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he couldn't make this gig.
Okay.
And so
The fight announcing.
the fight announcing gig, the MC gig, and I just got a random message on Tuesday afternoon saying, "Would you like to do it?" And I was like, "Sick!" So, and it was crazy. I don't know if I guess he'll find out when he hears about this, but
doesn't have a job anymore.
but he was telling. I was like asking him questions like, "Is it a paid gig?" Blah blah blah. Like trying to get information. And then I got in contact with the old mate that runs Couch to Cage.
Yeah, right.
Phil, he's a fucking absolute legend. And yeah, bro, I'm a professional fight announcer.
You're the man.
Like
You're doing it again?
I got paid for it.
That's sick.
I want to do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole experience, like they wanted a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And I was not in a comedian's mindset.
Yeah.
I the whole few days like leading up to the event, bro. Look at what I prepared here. This is what I prepared for each fight.
It's like I'm looking at Bruce Buffer right now.
And like on the back, it's like the
fucking taking it full legit.
right. round one.
That's
So this fight, Roy Dawkins, Jake Rowlands, absolute killers. TKO first round.
That's sick.
1 minute 16 is the first round. Anyways, this took a lot of prep.
Yeah, I bet.
And like I always like seeing how Bruce Buffer and like John Anik and stuff like that, like it's almost their duty to respect the fighters, give them their dues.
For sure.
And I don't know, it might be a bit early or whatever stages in their career, but like that's where my head was at, and I wanted to give them as much respect as possible.
For sure.
Announcing them, it was their first time being announced in a fight and stuff like that, a lot of them. So I just had no jokes. Well, like they wanted clean material.
What sort of jokes did they want you to do? Like,
not the one that I did.
so what? Like, how does that part all come about? It because like it'd be like Bruce Buffer going fucking Conor McGregor.
I think they just wanted a longer event. And I guess an extra flair of entertainment.
So it wasn't like jokes as you were introducing them. It was like
it
was that part.
Them on the way.
It was that part, and then like a set at the end or something. Was it? Or
no. So there was like moments where like I'm looking over at the corner of the walkout, right?
Yeah,
and I'm looking at the official to give me thumbs up or stretch it out.
Yep. Okay, gotcha.
And he told me to stretch it out, and like everyone was like, and I got introduced as a comedian, and an MC. This is my first time, blah blah blah, and everyone was like, "Do a joke!" Everyone was pissed as bro. I've never seen so many Bundy cans on tables before.
Bet.
It was Moray Field, Caboolture, fucking
the hood,
but like
there was more fights in the car park than in the cage.
No, they were great, But yeah, they just kept egging me on to tell a joke, and I just fucking freaked.
True.
That's
crazy.
I didn't freak.
Yeah.
But I was like, I got told to do clean material. I prepared no clean material.
Why did they want clean material? It's like
because it's a family event, and I'm like,
I
people are getting punched.
That's what I mean.
What are you? Anyways,
anyway,
but I had to respect.
Yeah,
obviously.
for sure. Yeah, you got to do what you fucking asked.
Yeah. But once I heard the crowd like saying, "Come on, cunt," and like fucking sorry to swear so early.
No.
They were like, "Come on, cunt, fucking tell it," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I told a joke that I'd never said before.
Really?
I looked in my notes at some ideas.
Yeah.
I was like, surely I wrote some clean material down, and I just got straight up, told a fucking dick joke, and it was horrific.
Really?
But people laughed. It was received all right.
Okay.
But then I got egged on to do another joke, and then the lady's like, "Keep it PG," and I was like,
true.
I was like, well, I got nothing for that. I'm so sorry.
I'd be fucked.
But next time in hindsight, I am gonna prepare for jokes.
Yeah.
Now that I know that I got the announcing ability, and people were saying that I got a pretty organic.
Well, yeah, you put like a story up and it looked fucking...
Yeah.
Looked like you had it down pat.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of footage, and I'll do a post pretty soon about it, but...
It's fucking sick.
Yeah, bro.
Hopefully you keep it up, because that's... If there's anything that you do other than comedy, that's fucking... That's
really cool. And I'm inspired. What inspired me to sort of take this by the balls was Blake Richardson.
Yeah. He had his first MMA fight last night.
Yeah, Eternal fight announcer, right? Absolute GOAT.
Yep.
An Australian fight announcer, in my opinion. Perth boy, fucking does stand-up comedy as well. He's a beast on the mic.
Yeah, for sure. This is no knock on any of the Eternal boys or anything like this, but literally like Blake Richardson, fucking love that dude. I can't fucking fault him at all.
Yeah.
But I was watching an Eternal card probably 4 or 5 months ago, and I don't know why, but just the commentators were just getting me offside. I don't know if it almost felt like they were trying to act like UFC commentators, I guess, rather than just put their own spin on it.
For sure.
And like trying to say that without any insult. But
no, you get that in comedy as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
The more you listen to somebody almost, or the more that you surround yourself by those inspirations, you're going to imitate them.
For sure.
And maybe they are told to put a little bit more
there could be that as
personality
well.
into it. But
especially with them like being on Fight Pass and all that, there might be like similar sort of thing.
But I do agree with you. Sometimes I wish there was a mute button.
Yeah, because after that card, I was just fucking around. And I sent him a DM and I'm like, oh, if you guys want a local comedian to come and do some commentating sometime, then hit me up. Let's go. And they just fucking liked it. And I'm like, oh, come on. Give me a crack.
Bruh, I'm coming for your job.
But yeah, no, I don't reckon I could do it, eh? Like,
you could. It's, like you say that.
Yeah.
Until like you're in it or, and for some reason, I always felt I was going to do it.
Yeah.
Like whenever I watched sort of the embeddeds or like whatever of Bruce backstage and I'd seen like all the highlighted things and, he's fucking out scribbling shit and, he's got a system that he does, right? Especially to, project his voice, to be able to memorize everything, give the fighter that energy. And he takes that really seriously. I was obviously at a amateur C level, which is the lowest safety level of MMA Australasia. And I don't know, like it just tattooed on my brain the like his system of highlighting and things
it
like
looks because I've seen
just made sense to me to do that.
I've seen his cards as well, and that's exactly what I thought when you showed me that. Like, fucking
and they were really surprised last night that I was organised and all this type of stuff. So I was like, I felt like I imprinted something pretty cool. Yeah. But back to the Eternal commentators. Great blokes.
Yeah.
Love
that's
that.
what I mean. Yeah.
But I also find it hard with podcasts, especially to listen to Australian people.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah. I struggle hard with Australian podcasts. Like, that's what I said to Nikita when I started doing comedy. I'm like, I'm ready to move to America now. I don't want to start comedy in Australia. I just want to be an American comedian. Like, fucking...
Fuck, you should have started comedy before you got all this shit, bro.
Yeah, I should have, for sure.
That's all right.
Yeah, I wish I fucking started younger, eh? Because how old are you? You're like 24? 25 now. Big birthday last week, yeah. Fuck yeah. That's... part of me wishes I started younger, but then, like, the stories that I've sort of developed, I guess, because I didn't start younger, I think are helping me now. Because I got some fucked up stories for stage, but I just don't know how to, like, get them ready for stage yet.
For sure.
It's, because one thing I wanted to talk to you about is we were both in attendance at one of the sickest fucking comedy shows I've ever seen last week. Andrew Schulz fucking crushed the Entertainment Centre.
Dude. Do you have him up here yet?
No, I don't have him up here. I made these fucking ages ago.
Yeah.
I'd probably update these, to be honest, but like they were just in my head when I started the whole podcast and comedy thing. So
yeah. They're all goats as well.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Fucking farming here.
But fucking, he killed. What got us on that tangent?
Andrew Schulz, American comedian.
Yeah, possibly. But there's a part of that American thing that I wanted to touch on as well, because the guys I was sitting next to two youngish guys, and I'm like, oh, cool. Obviously into the dick jokes and things like that. And all before the show, they're talking about all the Americans' podcasts, like Bobby Lee, Fighter and the Kid, all the comedians' podcasts. Yeah. And they're like saying how funny this is, talking about other shows they'd been to. And I'm like, oh, fuck, they're going to be like good to sit next to and shit. The cunts barely laugh the whole show. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys watching? Like,
I think it's one of those things. I think Matt Rife is experiencing this at the moment where,
dude,
the clips become a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Right? You put up a bunch of clips of crowd work. That is why those people buy tickets.
Yeah.
And, you release a special and you try and make a joke.
Yeah.
And it's received wrong because all these people that you've curated to come to your show are, coincidentally, these woke motherfuckers that don't want to hear some jokes and stories.
Yeah.
And so, and a lot of the time as well, it's hard for people to process comedy.
It is a little bit, yeah.
They're like that. You could see the cogs turning. I've had this a couple of times where I've invited people out to the shows, and like they might put on a fake laugh for me, whatever. That's besides the point. But like when I'm watching, I'll glance over at them if they're watching another comedian, and I'm like, this is great material, right? This is fucking hilarious. And they look over and they're sort of smiling. They think it's funny, but some people are a little bit slow with jokes. Hey, like posing an idea.
Yeah.
Imagine what I'm talking about and then think it's funny.
It's nuts. And that's a big thing that I'm trying to get used to up there. And I feel like I'm slowly getting somewhere with it. It's just embracing those silences and letting them think about what you've just said.
Yeah.
Because I used to, if there was silence, I'd freak the fuck out and I'd just be like, next joke, next joke.
Were you also watching Andrew? Because obviously arena timing is different to, you know, 4 people at a pub
for sure.
timing.
Yeah.
Right? Were you like studying his flow a little bit?
100%. That's there was a moment in the show where for a good probably minute that the crowd was just absolutely silent. And I said to my missus on the way home, I'm like, they're the moments that I want to fucking live for. Because some of these stories that I'm trying to write jokes about, like the home invasion, fucking rolling in a truck, like, and the bit that I'm talking about is when he touched on like having the miscarriage. So Nikita's had 5 miscarriages, and I'm like trying to obviously not make a joke about it, but you know, like
it's your shit. You can joke about it.
Everything I've ever dealt with, I just deal with laughing about.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just fucking
that's,
curl up.
That's your
in a
shit,
ball.
bro.
Yeah. Anyway, so Schulz had the entertainment center in fucking silence about this bit that will probably come out on his next special. But basically, it was about a miscarriage, and then the way he just like broke the room and just got everyone back into laughter again. And I'm like, that shit is insane. Like,
yeah, it was crazy. And yeah, he has a presence about him. Hey, it's interesting. And I loved that as I was walking in, just the diversity of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were like proper like Indian Sikh guys with turbans on and things like that.
100%.
Just like, and then, you know, it's fucking Eshe lads going to watch him. It's fucking, you know, a 6'7" obese bloke was like walking in as well.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's crazy.
He does have his, he's got his fingers in a lot of pies as well. So it's like he's getting all those crowds just to his shows. It helps
that he grew up in New York City.
Yeah. Dude, the clips that he's releasing at the moment from Madison Square Garden, I'm like I was watching them leading up to the show. Obviously, it's not the Madison Square Garden show, but I'm like, this dude has fucking made it. Like, from the open mics to now selling out the biggest stadiums in the world. Like,
it's inspiring, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. That's all like the whole drive home, I was just sitting there in silence, basically. And I'd just be thinking, and then every couple of minutes, I'd turn to my wife and I'd go, oh, did you see how he did this? And some of the shit she didn't pick up on, but she was like, yeah, I saw it. Like, what do you want me to say? But it was fucking, it was so sick.
I was having my Israel Adesanya moment where I was sitting at the first row, like straight on to the stage at the gates, basically. So walked out and our seats were right there. Wasn't too far away, like up in the nosebleeds, but we were back row.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was having my nosebleed moment.
Yeah.
Where he was at UFC when Robert Whittaker won the belt in Melbourne. And then, a few years later, comes back, sells out that same arena and beats that same guy.
That's crazy, eh?
And I was sitting in the nosebleeds and I was like, fuck, dude, is this going to be my nosebleeds moment? Like,
could you imagine if
I want to make people laugh so hard at the nosebleeds.
Yeah, it would be like to have that moment would be sick. Just imagine like where the stadium was that thing that he did before the show, that 5-minute clip where it was just like highlights of his comedy career, his family career, like all that shit.
I was sopping.
And it was insane. And I'm like, because normally everyone's just like, get the comedian out. But I think like even the little things that he did of having the 5-minute timer playing over the video. Yeah. And it's like impatient people can go, oh, there's only 1:30 left. And like everyone else like you and me is just fucking lapping it up. Like make it an hour video before you come on. Like
right. And I was glad that we sort of got set up emotionally with the clip of him and his dad walking around Madison Square Garden, right? Bro, that shit broke me.
Yeah.
I needed a good cry.
Yeah.
And that was so beautiful and that really got it out of me.
Yeah.
But then I went to the show and I was like, Derek Poston came on, right? And then Mark Gognag. I was like, bro, this is wild. Like these people are like these little characters like on my phone or like in my ears all the time.
Yeah.
I love Derek Poston.
Yeah.
Listen to his pod.
Yeah.
It's fucking... I listen to Roast Battle all the time.
Yeah, it's sick. He that post I put up of the stadium, Derek posted and liked it, and I was like, ran to my missus. I'm like, fucking, like, it doesn't really mean fuck all. And it was probably
when we go to Austin, bro. Like, yeah. We are running that shit.
That'd be sick. But back to Matt Rife. Yeah. I had my own thoughts on that, like every other fucking podcast in the world at the moment. Haven't you? No. You haven't seen the special?
No.
So,
everybody's just telling me it's not funny.
Yeah, well, that's...
And mostly females.
Admittedly, it's probably not the strongest special I've ever seen, which is fair enough. But he's also... this is the third special in 12 months that the dude's released. Like...
Yeah, because he's got a bunch of shit
on YouTube. He's got heaps of shit on YouTube, and I guess it's unfortunate that the Netflix special is now not his worst material, I guess, but it's like... There's
a silver lining, and I reckon it's for the good.
Yeah, I actually think he's done it on purpose. Because if you listen to... What?
Comedy conspiracy theories, let's go.
If you listen to, like... He was on Two Bears, One Cave, and he was like... You're listening to him, and he's like, I didn't want any of this. I didn't want the crowd work clips to blow up. I hate social media. He's like... I've been doing comedy for 15 years. I just want to be a comedian. But now all these comedians are looking at me like I'm just some crowd work kid. And he said a couple of things on Rogan as well and a couple of other podcasts I've listened to. And then he comes out and he opens on a domestic violence joke. And I'm like, and that's the one that's like got all these women offside that have blown him up.
Yeah.
And I somewhat think that's him saying to like some of the comedians like, fucking, I don't want this shit. And then he ends the special. This part was corny. I turned to Nikita and I'm like, I didn't like that. But he ends the special, does his final joke, and then he goes, guess he can do more than just crowd work, and just drops the mic and walks off. And I'm like, I feel like he had to say it, but it just felt corny or like scripted, you know?
Were people laughing?
Yeah. Like that was the other thing. On TikTok and shit, all these...
Why would they release a special if nobody's laughing?
Yeah, all these chicks are blowing up going, this isn't funny. They play the clip and all you can hear is him telling a joke and the crowd erupting in laughter. And it's like, well, fucking 20,000 people found it funny.
Yeah. Like, he toured that special for ages before it was Netflix. So it's like, it's only now that it's on a digital platform.
Yeah, for sure.
And not like in a sold out theater.
Yeah.
Let's just not forget that he sells out he would do. I mean, Andrew Schulz would have done like nearly 85,000 tickets whilst he was here.
Probably, yeah,
give or take,
easy
minimum.
Yeah,
I heard he got a fat fucking bag for that.
I bet he did.
But Matt Rife would do double that probably.
Matt Rife sold out Australia in like fucking I forget what it was. Next year in like January.
Oh, it's already been sold.
Yeah, it's fucking sold out in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that will add more shows for sure.
Probably, yeah. But
it's just a Taylor Swift of fucking comedy. I reckon.
For sure.
Maybe for his first run of shows, he'll sell out. Maybe not for the second.
It's nuts as well. Like the other thing he said on Two Bears, One Cave, he's like, I think it was Tom that interviewed him, and Bert was away that week. But Tom's like, oh,
yeah, it was.
Has it got weird? Like basically asking him about his financial situation, and he's like, up until 12 months ago, I was making $40,000 a year. And now he said his like net worth is like 50 million or something. And he's like, fucking, like, how are you dealing with that? He's like, it's hard. Like, I'm not. Like, he's getting unlimited money and shit. And his mum's like hitting him up for houses and all this sort of shit.
Let's go.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking good problems to have.
It would be it'd be a weird thing to do, like, to blow up that quickly. And just get that amount of money.
I definitely listened to Bert and Tom on their most recent podcast talk about how they're glad that didn't happen to them.
Yeah.
And that just made me feel more comfortable because, like, you know, it's easy sort of like to see in our sphere how sort of like mild success is so sort of, I don't know, we can fall into those pressures a lot, like with the, you know, the comedy competitions.
Yeah.
That are around in Australia, at least locally. Like, just because you don't win, just because you don't qualify, doesn't mean you stop all your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And I've always treated it in that way, like it's just another gig. But it's it's interesting how, because it's like all the people that do win all of those, are they going to keep that momentum
going
with it? And like, is that like the height? They just like reach a peak and sort of thing. And I don't think any of the people that we listen to or like ever won a comedy competition.
No, well that's exactly.
Well, they don't tell us.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Because it sort of didn't matter.
Yeah, 100%. The only person I've seen win one of these competitions and blow the fuck up is Bron Lewis. Like, she's
love her.
Everywhere.
She's
like,
great. Huh?
She got Raw and took it to the full advantage and fucking.
She's great.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hilarious. But
and
she's
so hot. But that's nothing.
She's crushing it now.
Yeah, she's killing it, especially on. The fuck? Have you been paying attention?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's nuts.
She's quick.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
She comes in with she's probably the funniest person I've seen on there.
Yeah.
And Sam it's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
And they gel well off each other. It's sick.
Yeah, no, I admittedly I've had to take a step back the last 6 months or so because for a little while there I was just had that envy of I need to blow the fuck up. I need to start getting paid gigs. I need fucking this, that. And then I was like, oh, I don't think I could, because say something blows up. Say I start posting my clips and someone likes fingering dogs or something, and that goes fucking viral. And then I get booked for an hour show, and I've just got to cram that full of shit that isn't funny. But I'm like, and I said to my missus before I started comedy, I'm like, it's like a 10 to 15 year journey before you get anywhere or where you want to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Which I fully embraced. And it's the same with the podcast. I'm like, you see some of these podcasts start and by episode 20, they're getting tens of thousands of downloads and shit. And I'm like, I've said some funny shit on this mic.
Yeah.
And it just won't get any traction.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's your moment will come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone has their moment, and it's if you just keep chipping away.
Yeah.
And you love doing it. So don't you love doing it and you have a passion for it. It's keep doing that and it'll pay off.
The crazy thing is, I've started my own business again now, and literally within the last couple of weeks, I've signed a couple of open mic rooms that you know about, and they're definitely not fucking paying my mortgage. But when I landed those, I was I was running to my car punching the sky and shit. Felt fucking amazing. Yeah. But this week I signed a fucking $30,000 kitchen to renovate, and I'm like, oh fuck, guess I got to get that done now. And it's you know what I mean? It makes it feel like comedy's almost the right journey, sort of. I'd almost do it for free, like everyone says.
100%.
But unfortunately, got to pay the bills. So.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't get fucking paid for it.
But I always relate that to Nikita as well. I'm I've been building kitchens for 17 years now. And I'm now I feel like anyone could throw anything to me to build and I'd do it with my eyes shut. Yeah. And I'm imagine where I could be with comedy in 17 years.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's where I go. I'm so glad I sort of was a mosquito to light, or a moth to light being comedy. And I just... I'm an insomniac, right? I was scrolling on my phone. It's probably device-induced insomnia, but it's all right. But I've been living with it forever. I was just scrolling, seeing a comedy competition come up. I signed up for it. That was my first gig, sold out.
Which competition was it?
Raw.
Really? Raw? Did we talk? I feel like we spoke about this last time. So Raw was your first gig?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I'm so glad that I started then at 20. February 2020. So I would have been...
21. 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Quick maths.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad I started then. Just think of where I'm going to be at 31.
It's nuts.
You know what I mean? And it's interesting seeing all these older bucks. I'm doing open mics with them.
Yeah.
And they're 53.
Yeah.
You're you're just doing it for the love of it. Or, they could have their Oprah moment and get successful later on.
I was
but it's interesting.
I was having a chat with the Sunday Service boys when we wrapped up the pod a few weeks ago. Fucking legends.
Love those guys.
But we were talking after, and then they were talking about coming up here to do coming to Brisbane to do gigs, and they're it's crazy that because we're out of towners, everyone's looking at us like we're professional comedians. Whereas he's like, and I feel like it'd be similar for us if we were to go to Sydney or Melbourne or something, and they're just looking at us like another comedian. Whereas they're like, when you're in your own town, you're always an open micer. That's all anyone's ever going to look at you. And I'm like, of course. Like it was just another one of those things that someone said that just clicked, and I'm like,
some comedy philosophy right there. That 100%. Is incredible. And I 100% agree with that.
Sure.
It's like it's the same sort of thing with, get out of your hometown. Where if you're still in the same town in like 30 years, you've been living in the same place for 30 years. It's like you don't want to be there.
Yeah, because did you grow up on the sunny coast?
Grew up on the sunny coast, born in T-Bar.
T-Bar,
Toowoomba.
Yeah, sweet.
Toowoomba. Yeah, fucking crawled out of that hole.
Yeah, you do have a touch of Toowoomba about you.
Yeah, bro. I was born on the other side of the train tracks.
Fuck yeah.
In a fucking... I was a home birth.
Really?
Yeah, I was born in a pool, bro.
Sick. Intentionally?
Yeah. Intentionally, yeah.
Not like intentionally birthed, like intentional pool birth. Like
an intentional pool birth.
Okay, sweet,
yeah, my mum
that shit scares the fuck out of me, because they were offering us that when we had our boys, and I'm like, what if the nurse like slips or something and the baby's under there for too long? And I'm like,
no, I don't know. It's just I don't know any different.
Yeah,
so I don't know
for sure.
Don't know what it feels like to.
I'm not asking your perspective of being like
come out all dry.
Yeah, for sure. Imagine that.
Yeah. But I don't know how we got onto.
I don't know.
In a fucking pool, but
I think I asked where you're from, and then you went to sunny coast, Toowoomba. Then you I was born in a pool, man.
It's a very Toowoomba thing to do,
for sure.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't know.
And now you reside on the sunny coast. Gold Coast.
Now I reside on the Gold Coast, yeah. So I've been around the spot. Moved from Toowoomba, Sunny Coast, then moved all around Sunny Coast.
Yeah. Sweet.
That's home right there, man.
Fuck yeah.
I think I spent 16 years or something there. That is home for sure. I love everyone there. I love going back there. It's an interesting thing going back to your hometown where you had all of these sort of doubtful thoughts of what your future's going to look like, and you're driving along, you're like, fuck, I hate detailing. I detailed cars for a little bit there, and did all these crazy jobs, and just traveling on those roads, just thinking of the thoughts that I used to have back when driving on these roads. I would have never imagined I would be in the position I'm in right now, which fucking is so sick.
It's nuts.
So I'm always stoked to go back there and just be like, motherfuckers, let's go. I'm fucking killing it. Yeah, it's awesome.
We're from a small country town before we moved up here, and we moved up here when I was I don't know, 8 or 9 or something. Yeah. So I was still super young, but every time I think about the whole comedy journey and shit, and I'm it'd be so sick to just be standing on the footy field or something, and then drone shot just zooms out, and then I'm coming home John Jones moments playing or something. I'm fuck,
I'm selling out
the biggest venue there is I don't know, 500 people.
Who cares?
Yeah, I know. It would still be sick.
500 people. That if you could do 500 people, I will.
There's going to be 500 people at the open mic night soon.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
What town was it?
Goondiwindi.
Goondiwindi. Let's go, bro. That's where my mum was born, in Boggabilla.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, we lived in Boggabilla.
Before the riots. During the riots. I don't know.
So we lived in Boggabilla for a bit as well, but I just always say Goondiwindi. A, because no one knows it, and B, because it's the ghetto.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, bro, I went back there a couple of years ago for a family thing, and going through Boggabilla, bro, I was
it's nuts, eh?
What is going on here?
Yeah.
What has happened?
Yeah.
This is a collapsed society here.
For sure.
But yeah, Goondiwindi, man. Wow, we're close towns than I thought.
Yeah, fuck yeah. We're just
close town boys.
Well, yeah, Toowoomba's not that far from there, is it? A couple hours?
Yeah, a couple hours or something.
Just keep clicking, you and I.
Yeah, but yeah, how long have you been in fucking this area?
Ages now. Fucking 20...
Brisbane.
25 years or something. What, maybe...
Nice.
I don't know. I'm 32 now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you get that I need to get up and go, or do you have do you think you've set up enough here where you're able to just go and get a taste of it and travel.
Yeah, I feel like if we were to...
Different with a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty well set here. Yeah, the kids are still young enough that if we had to move, it probably wouldn't fuck them over too much, I guess.
Yeah.
But I feel like if we were to move again, it'd be like a big move.
Fuck them.
Like
You
to
should
Austin.
fuck them over. That would be more interesting.
Yeah, fuck yeah. 100%. Yeah, no.
I always think that, like, no one interesting that we listen to sort of ever had a great upbringing, right? And it's like, if I was to be a dad, like, I would want to intentionally be a shit dad.
Yeah.
It's what's best for him. Sort of thing.
I was legitimately thinking this, like, because I messaged you and I'm like, oh, we're just at the shops buying the kids something to keep them occupied. And I'm like, everything they wanted, I'm just like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, I'm giving you no adversity in life. Like, you're going to grow up to be the biggest fucking, like, pansy.
Right?
Someone will push you on the playground.
Yeah,
like, I'm getting
I
my
think
dad.
he's autistic. No,
Yeah.
he was given everything.
Yeah, 100%. Oh,
He's just content.
yeah. My oldest son is autistic and given everything, so he's got the worst of both worlds.
That's awesome.
Yeah, fuck
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So I saw another fucking sick thing that you did this week, which I fucking wanted to go to so bad, but I planned an install on Friday morning.
Sure.
Yeah, I
Sure.
asked my fucking wife.
You fucking pussy. You didn't want to run, did you?
So you went and ran with fucking the man, Ned Brockman.
Ned Brockman. Yeah, me and like probably, I don't know, what did the picture look like?
What do you mean what the picture looked like?
Like how many people you reckon were there?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
There was fucking heaps there.
Along South Bank,
Yeah.
it was a very long line of people.
I bet.
Probably like 700, 800
Yeah.
people. 3:55 a.m. down at Kangaroo Cliffs. Ned Brockman put on a run. It's an interesting marketing ploy by him for sure. Like,
is it all for the milk he's doing? Is that
like it's promoting the milk, right? But it's also like, he's travel. The original plan was to travel along the route that he ran across Australia.
Yeah, okay.
Right, with his chalky milk that the run helped fund and raise the run helped fund the milk, and then he was like stopping off at all the places where that helped him out and stuff like that. So he did that first, and that's where like the big billboard thing that was fucking so sick, running a treadmill to keep the light on and shit. And I guess he just wanted to put on running meets all across Australia.
Yeah.
4 a.m. inconvenient time.
Yeah.
Pretty inconvenient as far as the size of people. Not a lot like, and it's a fucking 10K run.
Yeah.
It's
fucking
sick. It's hard for some people. Like 10Ks is
a
lot.
It'd be a mission for me for sure. Like I can do 10Ks if I fucking have to.
Yeah. No, and it was a mission for me because on my birthday last weekend, I ran 25Ks.
I saw that. That's
to
nuts.
commemorate 25 years of age.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to keep with that.
Okay. Every year.
Every year.
Yeah, because I saw you post that and I showed my wife. I'm like, that's sick. He just ran 25 for 25.
Yeah.
And she's like, I go, I might run 31 like me. And she's like, you would not get 31.
You could train.
I know. Because she
commitment.
sees me get home from like a 5K run and I'm fucking bright red, just dripping in sweat. Like,
but
fucked.
it's, they say a lot of the marathon runs, it's like the whole run, right, is just as good as your first 10K. Like, if it's painful in the first 10K, it's going to be painful for the rest of it.
Yeah.
So just sort of suck it up, if that makes sense. But
for sure.
It's I don't know. It's an interesting mentality.
It's a
I really
weird,
like running.
Running's a weird fucking thing, hey? Like, because I and I think you're like my little...
Can I try some Halahead? Do you have an open
100%.
bottle?
I got ice and shit. Nah, you'll have to open that one.
Oh, right. Is that okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry to interrupt. Is this a blade?
No, it's just a bottle opener. It should be twist.
I was listening to Theo Von and Dana White.
Yeah.
And I just seen it there. If that's all right, I don't want to open
sure.
it.
No, this is my go-to now. This shit is delicious.
That's epic.
I might have to run and get some scissors or something. Or have you got a key there? You might be able to cut it with a key.
Let's go.
But I was of the mindset of just go out and run as fast as you can and shit, rather than like just run at a set a time or something, or run at a slower pace and like build up to it.
Yeah.
So I literally, on like Tuesday, I just went out for like a steady jog and I was just cruising, but I felt comfortable and sweet. And I looked down and I was like running better than I normally run.
That's so good.
Do you want any ice or anything?
I think I might just have a quick sip
Have
of
it
this.
neat?
Yeah, have it neat.
Yeah, all right. I'll have a little bit with
Yeah?
you. Yeah? Let's go nuts, eh? I don't think I've ever seen you drink. Are you much of a drinker?
Not much of a drinker.
No.
I just want to try this because it's a banana one, and I like. I did go through a stage. Granted, I was in a relationship where I drank the most.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah.
So that sort of tells you how that went.
Yeah.
But yeah, the drinking. I don't know, bro. I've sort of been really aware of like things that are super addictive.
Yeah.
Which is it's like an unconscious decision almost that I'm aware of it. But yeah, drinking it's interesting one. But
Do you have like an addictive personality, you reckon?
To weed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm prescribed.
Yeah.
I might misdose myself sometimes, but you know what? As far as something to be addicted to.
Yeah.
Like I could live without it easy.
For sure.
But it's just accessible.
Yeah. And statistically speaking, weed's probably better than what you're about to put in your body right now. Like
statistically, scientifically, factually,
exactly.
non-fiction, like whatever.
Yeah. Whatever way you want to look at it. But yeah.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Banana whiskey, is it?
Yeah, hell ahead. We've fucking ran it into the ground on this podcast. It's literally all I drink now. My dad bought me a bottle of this, and I think it'll like burn my throat now after drinking that. Did you have a sip?
I haven't had a sip yet. It's just so my theories on liquor, right? It's a real effort to sort of get through drinks sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And it that it's not delicious. It's a different sort of delicious, right? It's same with like espresso coffees. I love espresso. I love piccolos and things like that, like really strong coffees. So I do like a good whiskey. It's just I don't know. With my sleeping disorder and stuff like that, I just don't drink.
Yeah, no, that's fucking fair enough. I've this will be the first drink I've had in 3 weeks, I think. How long's it been since Sunny Coast competition? Is that about 3 weeks? 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Something like that, yeah.
But I just noticed myself at gigs again, just getting a beer before my set. And I was like, A, it's not fucking healthy, and B, I was chewing through money. Like,
I like the heaps goods if I get them for free.
Yeah,
but I don't, and I'm gonna fucking get a petition started.
Yeah.
Heaps good should not be fucking $10.
You don't reckon?
No, it's a delicious beer, right?
I prefer this with ice, just personally. But anyway, carry on.
It should be like a soft drink. I understand there's a brewing process, but same with Sprite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's not even as delicious as Sprite, but it's sort of like, I don't know, it's a bit of a...
Well, I'm sure they're listening right now.
They better.
And they're going to take your...
Because the price is not heaps good.
No.
Right? The price is not heaps good. But I love getting it for free.
Yeah, anything free is fucking sick.
Yeah, and I love smashing a couple of those because, I don't know, alcohol-free beers, it's like... It's almost like I get drunk off the taste.
Really? I don't think I've ever had an alcohol-free beer.
And it might be just like a sociable thing. Like, I'm enjoying the moment. I'm drinking this motion, the taste, all that. Like I'm getting in. It loosens me up for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is crazy. It's I think that's literally, if I had an alcoholic beer, I think I'd be exactly the same way. Because realistically, that's the only reason I drink while I'm out is to loosen up and like... start to talk to people. Otherwise, like, you've seen me at gigs.
Did you want me to get you ice?
No, it's all good. I'll get it down.
Well, maybe I'll try with some ice.
Whatever you want to do.
All
You've
right.
only got like a sip left. Don't get ice on my part. I'm fine. I'm a man. He's getting ice, everyone. He's caving.
Oh, I've got these.
You've got those?
Yeah, these are awesome.
Fuck yeah, yeah. Plop some in there for us. Get your fingers all over them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. How
long
are we talking about?
For?
Oh, normally about an hour or so.
Cool.
Is that cool with you?
An hour?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You don't have an hour's worth of content?
Hey?
Don't have an hour's worth of content?
I have like 20 hours
Fuck
worth
yeah.
of content. All right. So, what were we just talking about?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But I guess I'll move the conversation to more comedy again.
Yep. Okay.
So next week, first weeks of December is going to be really, really fun for me, our friend Max Leishman, and our new friend Bruce Highway, ladies and gentlemen. That's a fucking Anna Brennan's drag character. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like it is the way she gets in character backstage. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And the headliner for I suppose it's for a tour, Christmas tour.
Just on Anna's Bruce Highway, just to show how much in character she gets. Bruce Highway hosted the open mic competition we did, the final, and old Bruce walked past me while I was writing my jokes on my hand, and Bruce slapped my hand and goes, "Don't write your jokes on your hand." And I'm like, "Oh, whatever Bruce says."
It was hilarious,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I got fucking, I don't know why I got like pissed off about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not in like a bad way.
Yeah.
Just like I was like, oh fuck, like that's been my vice.
Yeah. Anyway, go back. So Max Leishman, Bruce Highway.
Yeah, so Kody Maverick, Max Leishman, Bruce Highway, and Shane Hunter is the headliner for our tour.
Fuck yeah.
I'm fucking butchering this promo.
Killing it.
Yeah, we're going from the 1st of December to the 8th of December. We stop in at Gympie. We're doing a lunchtime show in Harvey Bay on the Saturday after Gympie. Then we do an Agnes Waters night gig.
Sweet.
At a place called Cody's Place.
Fuck yeah.
Pretty cool. Then we travel to Emerald on Sunday, Marraboon Tavern. And then Monday, Airlie Beach, the Reef Gateway Hotel. Mackay, Metropolitan Hotel. We're then in Rocky on Wednesday, Berserker Tavern, Billawheeler on the Thursday, and finishing the leg of the tour on the 8th in Maroochydore at Sands Tavern. And man, this is it's an incredible thing to be a part of, because like I was on maybe 3 legs of this sort of similar Christmas tour that Anna puts on each year.
Yep.
I was on about 3 or 4 legs of it, and to be on the whole thing and drive myself and things like that, and it's to be in this position to even just open up a tour,
sick.
like do 10 minutes off the top before Max and Bruce do their thing, is pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I'm stoked about it, and I want everyone to come.
Yeah, of course.
I'm getting paid something off tickets, so
Getting paid big money.
get to the shows if whenever.
Well,
you
yeah,
put
if
this
you
out.
live in any of those towns, then fucking go check them out. I can personally vouch for everyone on that lineup.
Yeah.
Shane Hunter is a fucking killer.
Yeah.
Like, you were at that gig as well, but I think you missed his opening joke. He rocked up to a gig for Based on the Friday night. He came and watched me, and he was just like shooting a joke by us in the green room at the start, and then he's like, "Do you guys think that's funny?" And he took all the bits that we were throwing at him, and then he went on stage and it was like his opening joke, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
He's a beast, man.
Yeah, and then I hit him up after, and he's like, "Oh, I've been doing it for like 15 years. Like, it's easy."
Yeah, I'm really excited to annoy him
yeah.
with some questions, and I think he's going to drive in my car. I'm going to be driving him.
Yeah, that's
so.
sick.
Yeah, he's going to either love me or get sick of me really
sure.
quickly. So
I was wondering how you're doing all that. So he's taken a couple of cars.
yeah, so I opted to take my own car.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm a grouchy cunt.
Right. Yeah.
Thinking of 8 days stuck inside a car, like if her aircon breaks, and also I get anxiety about not driving.
Yeah, okay.
So I want to drive, and so I'm taking my car, my $750 Toyota Corolla that I bought in Mackay. So I'm going back.
Fuck yeah.
Going back there. I drove it down here when I lived in Airlie Beach. And bruh, she's a
that's
pearl.
sick.
It's running perfect as well. So
yeah, because I've thought if I ever did like a tour like that, I'm of two minds. I don't know, because I'm the same way. I can get in some real moods some days, and no one wants to be around me. But then part of me thinks like a comedy tour, like everyone should just cram on a bus or something and just fucking like be shooting jokes all day, every day on the drive and shit. But I don't know. One day I'll get there.
Yeah. And I wanted the freedom. Like if I wanted to go to, if I want to go to a waterfall or something in the morning,
for sure,
before on the way, it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I'm fucking very excited to tour with my new comedy family.
Yeah, I'm sure he's all fucking crush. Be some sick gigs there.
But I think we need to organise a tour.
Oh,
The 4 of us.
It's fucking been in the talks for like 2 years now. Or
Yeah.
maybe not 2 years. Actually, the first time we spoke about it was Sunny Coast competition last year, Max Reed and I.
Yeah.
And then fucking we added you to the group chat, 8
Yeah.
months ago or so.
How good.
And then
I feel what an honour it was
the
to
bomb
be added
squad.
to the bomb squad. Bro, that was hilarious.
Yeah. We've named the group chat Lifeline with the Lifeline number just because we just bitch and moan about
Just
our
to
bombs.
remind us that we're going to be okay.
The other day, one of yous messaged it, and Nikita's like, she walked past my phone, and she's like, "Why are you getting messages from Lifeline?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's a long story.
It's a long story.
Yeah,
Man, and that's it's a real thing. I think Max is probably the most depressed person I've ever seen when he bombs.
Yeah,
But preaches such like a positive attitude.
for sure. Yeah,
But not that he's like,
yeah, I know.
but he's he takes it really seriously. So
100%, and that's
we
good,
needed
I
to
think,
put the number there,
yeah,
just in case.
or whenever anyone
For our buddy.
Leishmans.
Yeah, are you okay, buddy? You know what I mean?
I ate a couple of dicks. Well, no, it's hard to say because I didn't eat that big of dicks, but I did a couple of gigs on Wednesday night at the casino and the Avenue down the coast. Casino one, we rock up there, and it's like half the capacity it was the last couple of times I've done it, and the people there just were not my demographic. There was a couple like scattered through the crowd that I could see they wanted to have fun, but the rest were like pensioners at the casino, like just weren't keen for my shit. I start like Dave Eastgate was the MC, and I don't know if you've seen him, but he's energetic as fuck, man.
Yeah, I love Dave. I seen him at the Scottish Prince.
Yeah.
Absolutely bomb.
Okay.
I was the only, or not the only one laughing. Like people were laughing, but there was this one guy in the crowd he was dealing with that was like, "Tell a joke, be funny," like saying shit like that. And he was like, and so it sort of stumbled him, but to see him fucking crack the whip and just still be him
for sure.
And he's like, "Well, fucking dude, I've got 28 minutes left, so fucking let's do this."
Yeah, rip in.
Yeah, Dave Eastgate, what a legend.
Yes.
I'm excited to do gigs with him
For sure. But yeah, he was trying to crack this crowd, and he's doing all these crazy spin kicks and stuff that he does. And he's basically like a rock star on stage for anyone that hasn't seen him, but like tells jokes, obviously.
Yeah.
And they just weren't fucking having him, eh? Like he's like, "Want to see my signature move?" Does this big spiral fucking kick, lands to silence. Like not a fucking peep in the room. And it was just like, it was such a mission.
Yeah.
And we're all out the back just like lined up, like we're just about to walk in and get fucking shot one by one.
It's a slaughterhouse.
So bad. Anyway,
Yeah, love the gigs like that.
yeah. And then I got on first half of my set, they were fucking buying into me. Like I'm getting decent laughs and I'm like, this is sick. Then I start the cum jokes and they're like, "Nah, we're not having any of this." And just went silence again.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck.
That's crazy.
And then I went down to the Avenue and I forgot it was schoolies.
Yeah.
So I just felt like the biggest fucking pedophile just cruising through. Like, it was so shit. Everyone's like, "What the fuck is this old man doing here?"
That's hilarious.
And then I got there and it was like, yeah, not a packed out crowd again. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
such a mission.
Hey, I broke into the bass comedy
I saw that.
sphere.
Sick.
What a goal. That's been a goal for, the past like year.
Yeah.
Got a last minute call up for Last Night on Earth.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have a level head, about my life, it definitely would have been the last night on Earth for me.
Yeah.
Because, as far like if I hadn't had the experience that I had, and I just go up and do that, it's tough.
It is tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And I invited people.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were the crowd.
They're the worst, hey? Like, that's...
They'd never been to a comedy show before.
Yeah. I've obviously got this open mic night coming up, and the venue's running, like, the booking setup. Yeah, it's just an email. Sorry about that.
You're right.
So I can't see how many people have booked tables until we get there. Like, they're open with me about it. If I hit them up, but I don't want to hit them up every day and be like, "Where are we at?" Like,
yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, because I got friends and family coming to that as well, and I'm like, I hope that there's people there, or this is going to be awful. Especially because like I'm emceeing as well, so it's like, already got that pressure, and then to just eat dicks in front of everyone as well.
Look, bro, everyone's got to see you eat a dick at least once in your life.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And John Peacock said something that he was like, chasing the dragon that is open mic comedy. And it's so interesting. Like, it's this, it's this thing that we're chasing. I'm going to travel very far to feel this feeling and make people feel a certain way. But yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's
that's all right.
And like, this is something else that's come up in our group chat. Like, the confidence and shit that you have to go up on stage and just say whatever the fuck you want, and then no matter what happens, you come off stage fucking jumping around, laughing.
Me personally?
Yeah.
That's
like I don't know how the fuck you do it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's Max is giving me my flowers, and he's like, "That's your superpower."
Yeah,
it's very very interesting because I don't necessarily look at it that way, but it's yeah, I just love trying shit.
Yeah,
and I get bored of other people's. Like, and this is not a knock on anybody, but I just get like bored of people's material sometimes.
Yeah,
like as you do, especially seeing them at the mics and stuff like that. And that doesn't mean there's not good material, but I get sick of that, and I don't want people to get sick of me. Yeah. I'd rather them get like maybe not like a joke if I try it, rather than me just trying new shit
for sure that
either I know works, but like I'm in that stage where even my material that sort of works. Is like my best material.
Okay, yeah.
So I just need to keep.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that's just stuck in my 10 minutes at the moment, and it's like I'm trying to get that as good as I can get it, and I feel like I'm pretty well there. There's like minor changes and shit, but I used to be the same way. I used to almost think I'd need like a new 3 minutes in every 5 minutes I did.
Yeah,
and then. Nick Carr saw me one night and he pulled me to the side and he's like, "Oh, I've seen you like," because we got on this random path where we were on the same gigs for ages. And he's like, "It's fucking sick that you're writing all this material and stuff." And he's like, "But just hone down on your 5, get that tight, and then start adding to it." And then I did that and I started to get these, like, up until then, I was getting giggles and stuff, but I never had like a crush. Then I got this 5 and I like crushed and I'm like, shit. And I think it was just
cool.
The confidence behind the material then rather than always trying something. And got, like, I'm already an anxious as fuck person and then trying these new jokes as well. I didn't know what was fucking up, whether it was me or the jokes.
Right.
And then I built the 10 doing the same thing, and now I feel like I can chop and change new shit out of that 10. But everyone's got their own fucking way of doing it.
Yeah, and I think that's where, like, you know, it's nice to take advice from people and get wisdom and stuff like that. But it's obviously, your decision to put either those in action or just like sort of take it on board as an afterthought. But it's there's no method to it.
Yeah, it's
there's almost there sort of is, right. There's the science of it.
Yeah, there's like a tiny little starting point, I guess, that you have to. Well, that's not even true because heaps of people start different ways as well. But yeah, it's just so interesting. So it's an unpaved path for a lot of people, and I don't know. Yeah, I was talking to someone.
Out my way.
Yeah, I was talking to someone at a gig the other night, and it randomly got onto our writing, how we both write, and he goes, whatever I come up with, I just talk into my phone and record it, and then I go and do the vacuuming, and I play that in my ears, and if it makes me laugh while I'm vacuuming, I think I've got something. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's sick. What other activities could you listen to comedy and if it makes you laugh?
I don't know.
If you're fucking your girl, and you got your AirPods
both just jump straight to sex,
yeah, and you're pumping away, and you have a giggle at your joke, that's
it's a winner.
That is a winner.
Yeah.
What if she giggles?
Then it's a fucking super winner because my wife doesn't laugh at any of my shit. I got this new joke that's bubbling away at the moment, and I think it's going to be my next fucking crusher.
Yeah,
like I'm so happy with where it's going, and she's like, "Oh, read it to me," and I'm like, no fucking way. I'm you're not hearing this until I've done it on stage 5 times and I've heard other people think it's funny before you go, that's not funny. Yeah. Because like the dog bit, prime example, like that's killed some nights, but she doesn't think it's funny. And I'm like, come on, dude. I've been told that's one of the best well-written jokes somebody's heard.
Yeah. But anyways. Some people,
But yeah, appreciate you coming in. We'll probably... Oh, look at that.
Let's do that. An hour on the dot.
On the knocker. But obviously anyone that does want to go see Kody and everyone else he said, just listen back to those dates and
man.
Tickets through Anna or
I will if you go to Kody.Maverick on Instagram, I will have posts up there. Anna Brennan, Max Leishman, Shane Hunter. Go to any of their Instagrams and you'll find the ticket links in the bios and stuff. But yeah, bro, what gigs have you got coming up?
Me, I got same deal. Follow me on socials. I got a couple of open mics this week. I think I got Pimpamar Wednesday, the Mill Friday. Yep. Are you at Pimpamar? I think I'm going to try my new one on Wednesday.
I mean, I haven't been confirmed for Wednesday, but I think I asked for it.
Sweet. Got the Walrus Club tonight, but this will be coming out after that. But yeah, anyone that wants to come to the Sporting Globe at the Logan Hyperdome on the 6th of December for the open mic night we're holding, then the more the merrier.
Fuck, I wish I could be there.
Yeah, I know you're going to be on your big tour, but next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, appreciate you all listening. Appreciate you coming in, and I'm sure we'll do this again.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, peace out.
See you later.